You think that little arrow on your car's fuel gauge is just a random design choice. Think again. It's actually a secret code telling you which side of the car your gas cap is on. But it wasn't always there. For decades, drivers fumbled at gas stations, never knowing it was only added after a massive number of complaints and rental car incidents. Once you know this, you'll never awkwardly pull up to the wrong side of the pump again. It was a secret hidden in plain sight. You probably believe ketchup is a modern invention, a classic American condiment for burgers and fries. But the original recipe was something else entirely. It came from 17th century China and was called ketchup, a fermented fish sauce. There were no tomatoes in it at all. When English traders brought it back, they tried to replicate it with mushrooms, walnuts, and oysters. It took almost 200 years for someone to finally add tomatoes, creating the sweet red sauce we know today. What you're eating is a completely different food that just stole the name. We all know the QWERTY keyboard layout. You might think it was designed to be the fastest and most efficient way to type, but the truth is the exact opposite. It was designed to be slow, on purpose. Early typewriters had mechanical arms that would jam if people typed too fast. So, the inventor, Christopher Sholes, intentionally separated common letter pairs like S and T to force typists to slow down. We're still using a system designed for inefficiency, even though we no longer have that mechanical limitation. You've been slowed down your entire life without ever knowing it. Everyone recognizes the Bluetooth symbol. It looks like some kind of modern abstract icon for connectivity, but its origin is over 1,000 years old. It's actually a combination of two ancient Viking runes. The symbol merges the initials of a 10th century Danish king, Harald Bluetooth Gormson. He was famous for uniting warring Danish tribes, just like Bluetooth technology unites different devices. The tech is new, but the symbol is a tribute to a Viking king you've never heard of. You see those little bumps on the F and J keys on your keyboard. Most people think they're for visually impaired users. While helpful, that's not their secret primary purpose. They were invented in 2002 for touch typists, people who can type without looking at the keyboard. Your index fingers are supposed to rest on those keys, acting as a home base. It allows your hands to find their position without ever looking down, dramatically increasing typing speed and accuracy. They are a secret guide for your fingers. Why do jeans have that tiny, seemingly useless pocket inside the main pocket? It's too small for a phone, for coins, for almost anything. You probably think it's just a style element left over from history. It was actually designed with a single, specific purpose. Levi's originally called it the watch pocket, created in the late 1800s. For cowboys to safely store their pocket watches while riding. It was never meant for anything else. We don't carry pocket watches anymore, but the pocket remains, a ghost of the Wild West on every pair of jeans. That new car smell. You think it's the natural scent of fresh leather and clean plastic, a sign of something brand new, but you've been lied to. That smell is completely artificial. It's a carefully crafted chemical cocktail, a mist of over 50 volatile organic compounds sprayed inside the car during manufacturing. Car companies discovered that people associate this specific smell with a high-quality new purchase, so they engineer it. It's a manufactured illusion designed to make you feel good about your expensive purchase. The smell of new is a fabrication. Think about chainsaws. They seem obviously designed for cutting down trees and chopping wood, but their original purpose was far more disturbing. In the 18th century, before modern medicine, chainsaws were invented by two Scottish doctors to assist in childbirth. When a baby was stuck, they used this hand-cranked device with a serrated chain to cut through the woman's pelvic bone, making more room. It was a terrifying medical tool before it ever touched a single tree. You will never look at a chainsaw the same way again. The #1 fast food chain in the world, McDonald's, is famous for its golden arches. You think it's just the letter M for McDonald's. But in the 1960s, a design consultant and psychologist named Louis Cheskin told the company they should never get rid of the arches. His secret reason. He claimed that, subconsciously, the rounded arches looked like a pair of nourishing breasts. He argued this made people feel cared for and hungry on a primal level. The company kept the design. You aren't just going to a restaurant, you're responding to a hidden psychological trigger. Ever wonder why airplane windows are round and not square? It might seem like a simple design choice, but the real reason is terrifying. In the 1950s, the world's first commercial jetliner, the de Havilland Comet, had square windows. 2 of these planes disintegrated in midair, killing everyone on board. Investigators discovered that the sharp corners of the square windows created weak points. The stress of cabin pressurization concentrated in those 4 corners, causing the fuselage to tear apart. The windows are round because sharp angles can lead to catastrophic failure at 30,000 feet. Every curve is a life-saving feature. That little silica gel packet that comes in new shoes, electronics, and beef jerky, with the warning "do not eat" printed on it. You assume it must be extremely poisonous. Why else would they warn you so aggressively? But the secret is, it's not. Silica gel is essentially sand. It's non-toxic and indigestible. If you ate it, it would most likely pass through your system without any harm. The real reason for the warning is that the packet is a choking hazard, especially for children and pets. The fear of poison was a deliberate misdirection to prevent a much simpler danger. And finally, the most famous painting in the world, the Mona Lisa. You think it's famous because of the smile, the artistry, the mystery. But for centuries, it was a relatively unknown painting. The secret to its fame isn't art, it's a crime. In 1911, an employee of the Louvre named Vincenzo Peruggia simply took it off the wall, hid it under his coat, and walked out. The theft became a massive international media sensation. The whole world was talking about the stolen painting. When it was recovered 2 years later, it was no longer just a painting. It was a global celebrity. It's not famous because it's the best piece of art ever made. It's famous because it was gone. And once you realize how many of these secrets are hidden in plain sight, you start wondering what else you were never meant to question.